Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Braden, Tim, Second Legacy, you're amazing, and thank you for showing up. Oh, they just can't stop themselves. They can't help themselves. Not only are they making more dumb laws and dumb bills to pass, they're also running out of really good names. Everything that we're going to walk through right now is all about the left reacting politically to this bump stock thing. I know, it's a thing. They can't define it, but they got to ban it. And that's what we're going to hit right now. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Sarcasm and humor deployed in the utmost efficiency. And with that, Tim, are you ready? Because Schumer, the grilling master, is at it again.
Chuck E. Cheese Schumer.
That's right.
Mr. Acolyte. A little bit of cheese on raw beef and serve it up to the family. Happy Father's Day. You can all die now.
You do hate to see it. You do hate to see it. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say we called it, but like, we called it.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
I mean,
yeah. Look, well, let's get into this, and then I'll explain to you what they're doing here.
Yeah. Let's get in. So here is the article that came out. This came out on Sunday. Remember, the bump stock ruling came out on Friday afternoon. Okay, this is number one. Schumer to bring up vote on gun bump stocks ban after the Supreme Court decision. And who of all people did he tap for that, Tim? Well, I'm glad you asked. None other than number 6, U.S. Senator Martin Heinrich, the very guy who brought us the Go Safe Act, which I think you're about to talk about. But they ran out of really good names, Tim. Now they're just going with My Bump Act. It literally says, Americans are counting on us. Pass My Bump Act. Well, I mean, cue everything dumb.
Bump some uglies over here, folks. Yeah. What in the world is a bump act? I mean, obviously it's an acronym. It's all capitalized. So what does it stand for?
It's got to be.
They don't tell us?
My lovely lady lumps.
Yeah. Bump stocks under my...
You know what? Just because I love you.
No, never mind.
I'm going to... Nope. There's a P in there, and I can't allow you to continue.
I'm going to get muted. Yeah,
you are.
If you find out what the bump act is...
I'm on it.
Okay, cool. Because I really want to
I'm on it right now. You do your thing. You do your thing. I'll find the acronym.
So if you go back to our previous videos where we're talking about this whole Supreme Court decision, one of the things I brought up was that the reason the anti-gunners wanted this ATF rule to go forward is because it exposed all of us that own self-loading firearms. Anything that loads itself can be classified using the same ATF rule decision-making process, if you can call it that. They could use that then to say, well, all semi-automatics technically can have a rate of fire above X. And if it goes above X number of rounds per minute, even briefly, well, that really is a machine gun. Therefore, it needs to be banned. So therefore, every self-loading firearm is a machine gun to them because it can be fired too quickly. Doesn't matter if you use accessory or not, accelerated fire. So if you have a really fast Jerry Mitchell type trigger, or if you just have an SSE type trigger from Geissele and you can shoot really, really fast, you're a 3-gun competitor. Guess what, folks? If somebody's there with a shot timer and they count you going over X number of rounds per minute, you're in possession of the illegal machine gun. They're all readily convertible.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I got it. You ready for it?
Oh, great. Here we go.
Here's the acronym. This is their bump act, okay? Banning Unlawful Machine Gun Parts Act. So easy. It's so easy. So they're voting to classify bump stocks as unlawful machine gun parts. Bump Act.
Yeah, but it goes further, folks. So
it does.
In chatting with our friends in DC, that would be Gun Owners of America. Love you guys. Yeah, where is that little thing that they sent over earlier?
Oh, you want to actually put the text in? Because I can read it to you if you don't want to.
Yeah, you can do that. Let's throw it up there because this is really interesting. So this is what's going on the Hill right now. This is coming in live as we're recording this stuff.
Just blur the name in.
Yeah, blur the name. Well, I mean, he has a social media presence and posts all over X under that name, but yeah. So anyway.
Okay, well, I'll read it for you.
Yep.
So here it is from our source, yet to be determined if it's going to be named. As soon as today, Senators Schumer and Heinrich could ask for unanimous consent to pass a bump stock ban, which we'll talk about in a second. All it takes is for one senator to object, but we are talking about something that no one in Washington wants to fight on. This bill actually bans 99% of semi-automatics if the rate of fire can be increased, and the rest of semi-autos will be registered under the NFA. We will keep you posted as we learn more. It's going to be today. That's in the afternoon. So that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, and that's precisely what I said they were going to do in our last video.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. I mean, like, you are a sage.
Well, it's just I've been dealing with these people entirely too long, and they're so predictable. But it's interesting to say, because one of the things I brought up, remember in the last video that we talked about this, or one of the last videos, we've made several, 99% of the senators and Congress critters don't want to fight on this. Well, that's exactly what I said. This is an election year, and nobody wants to touch this right now on either side. Well, Schumer wants to touch it. I mean, Chuck E. Cheese Schumer.
Stop it. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. He wants to touch everything. Maybe even, no, I can't say that.
Nope.
But
nope.
he wants to touch your uncooked
bills.
cheeseburger
He
with
wants
cheese.
to touch a lot of bills.
Yeah.
No, he wants to touch a lot of bills. He's all about paper. He loves him some paper.
But that speaks to what we're talking about here, folks. They want to basically force you to put, through this bill that's being proposed, they want to force you to put any AR-15, any self-loading firearm on the NFA because, well, it's just, I guess they've been listening to old Edward. We talked about him recently. Well, if we get Title II everything, folks, he sounds like a, anyway.
Cartoon character. Yeah, he does.
Well,
you're
yeah,
right.
like, yeah. Anyway, so
but,
it's like they want to Title II everything, folks, and force you to pay a $200 tax and keep you from moving across state lines. And then if you do want to move across state lines with your Title II firearm, you got to request permission a year in advance. That's what they're trying to do to you. This is
100%.
And when they talk about putting stuff on the NFA, folks, that comes with a $200 tax. Now, sure, they may say, well, we know there's going to be a big uproar. Maybe 1% of you are going to register yourself and your gun. But, we're going to forego the tax for now. Just register yourself and your guns. Right. Now, if you buy one down the road, then you're going to have to pay the tax. But look, we're all friends here. We're going to waive the tax. Just register yourself and your gun so we can come pick it up later when we decide you can't have it anymore. The Bump Act.
Excuse me. Yeah, the Bump Act. So now here's some backstory. I actually didn't know this as it comes out a little bit more. This was actually originally introduced in the 115th Congress, it says, and it was underneath Jeff Flake, which was a previous Arizona senator who was a rhino among rhinos. It says here that this is just a retread, but they want to amend the National Firearms Act. So
that's never good.
They're
not going to amend it to take things off the registry. They're going to add things like your AR-15 and your AKs to it, maybe even your Glocks.
So I mean, I'm reading the bill. That's why I'm kind of being more quiet than normal. But it says amend the National Firearms Act and basically like striking a destructive device and inserting a destructive device and a semi-automatic firearm as defined in 921 of Title whatever.
Boom, there it is.
Okay, so I mean they're sneaking in semi-autos, and it's a short bill text, to be quite honest with you.
Well, there's that ambiguity. They'll just toss it over to ATF. They just leave the door wide open for them just to ban everything and force everything onto the registry.
Here you go. Here's the text that you need to know right here. This is really, really important.
Looks like we got a couple of objectors.
It shall be unlawful for any...
I just saw
it's like a 4-pager.
No, I just saw a text come through from GOA. They're saying they got a couple senators to object, so they're not gonna be able to pull off the short vote.
I mean, it was never gonna go through in a unanimous consent vote.
No.
Here's what
even one person objects to unanimous consent, and they don't have unanimous consent because there's no unanimity.
Exactly. Yeah. And happening. So here's what they're actually throwing in here, and I'll grab some clips for you guys on this because we're doing this on the fly. Any manual, power-driven, or electronic device primarily designed or redesigned so that when the device is attached to a semi-automatic firearm, the device materially increases the rate of fire of the firearm, approximates the action or rate of a fire of a machine gun. So there you go. Approximates the rate of a fire of a machine gun. And any device, part, or combination of parts that design and functions to materially increase the rate of fire of a firearm.
Like my finger?
That's exactly what they're chasing. Yeah, like your finger. That's exactly right. That's what they're chasing. Again, materially increases the rate of fire of a firearm, approximates the action or rate of fire of a machine gun. Yeah, that dude.
What's the rate of fire of a machine gun?
Fast.
Well, is it? Because there are slow machine guns that literally go chuck, and then there's
Yep, it's a valid point.
Yeah. So we even have miniguns. So what's the rate of fire that is a machine gun like? Is it just sound scary?
They can't do that.
Or do we have an actual rate of fire?
That's exactly right.
And do we have to carry on that rate of fire for X number of seconds? Or is it just if you peak even for a millisecond at that defined rate of fire, you're now a felon?
Right.
We're trying to figure this out.
It's It's a big joke. I mean,
Well, they are jokes.
So let's just call this out what it is. Like we've hit a few things here, and I think this is very important that we've gone through this piece of it. But in a moment of candor, this is political posturing because an election's 5 months away, and they are trying to do the exact same thing they did in the Dobbs decision, like we talked about prior. They are trying to make the emotional outrage and the moral high ground. And look, those mean Republicans won't get rid of machine guns on our streets. That's exactly what they're doing.
Absolutely.
And the reason that that is because the unanimous consent move that Schumer's about to pull is literally, he gets up. This is how it's going to go. He gets up and he says, I now move for unanimous consent to ban bump stocks for the Bump Act. Go. And then Republicans say, I either accept or I reject. They're going to say, I get up and I reject this unconstitutional action. Then the Democrats, 2 or 3 of them, are going to come out with pre-prepared rhetoric-laden statements, and they're going to be like, look how evil everyone is except us. That's exactly what's going to
absolutely.
happen.
This, as you said, this is a pure political move, and this is just to try to put egg on the face of the Republicans. Just look at X and all the social media sites, what the gun grabbers are saying. Like Giffords and all those weirdo organizations, moms who desperately need action, all those guys. They're out there saying that, these machine guns have been legalized by the MAGA extremists. And that's all they want to do is get
the MAGA court and all that.
Yeah, they just want to go out there and say, oh, look, they voted against common sense gun control, banning machine guns. No, banning all semi-automatics and forcing everybody to put their firearms, tens of millions of them, on the NFA and pay a $200 tax. Yeah, you're going to leave that part out, I suspect. But yeah.
Right. No, that's 100% correct.
That's all they're doing.
And I mean, to your point here, look at this. This is actually in the article we have prepared. This is number 3. Calling the Supreme Court a MAGA court and saying they have gone off the edges of the far right yet again, Schumer said Sunday at a news conference that he plans to bring up a vote restoring the bump stock ban under unanimous consent. I mean, it even says right there to confirm what we're telling you, which could be blocked by opposition from just a single lawmaker.
Which they know will happen.
That's easy. Which they 100% know is going to happen.
Yeah.
There are a lot of rhinos in the Republican caucus, but there's a few in the Senate who are like, yeah, nah, stop it. And one of them's going to fall on the sword who's not up for an election this year. That's exactly what's going to happen. Who's not getting elected? I'm not. Okay, you get to say no. That's exactly how this works.
Yeah.
These people suck.
Well, this is so predictable. All this is jockeying. So if anybody's out there saying, oh my gosh, this is going to go through, no, it's not.
I don't believe that it is. I mean, it would have to be like, this is the odds of this working are like 0.001%.
Yeah, or less.
Or less, yeah. Right. But I've got something for you, though.
What's that?
This is right. This is very important for you. I need to say this in the universe just so we can have it said. This is number 5. We have something new, Tim. It's returned. Schumer said in a statement after the ruling, the only way to permanently close this loophole is through legislation. We have a loophole, Tim.
Oh, not another loophole.
We found another loophole.
Gosh,
the SCOTUS is a loophole. The SCOTUS.
They just randomly show up in time and space. They're like black holes. You just never know where this.
They're like string theory.
Yes, the string theory. You just never know where a loophole is going to magically appear, and when it does, it just sucks everything into it. And
you hate to see it.
We got to stop the loopholes. We need a loophole act.
That's genius.
Yeah, we'll just call it the bunghole.
Man.
Yep. What a bunghole is a hole on a wooden cask where they put wine. Your mind's in the gutter.
Yeah, I don't. No, it's not. I actually went to Beavis and Butthead. So mind your business. How about that? But whatever. We're starting that devolve thing again. Bottom line, today, probably right before this video came out, they did this. So we'll let you know what happened tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll let you know what happened tomorrow with the bunghole act. So anyway, that's it for today, I think, folks. We'll keep our eyes on this non-starter and make sure it goes absolutely nowhere. And when it goes absolutely nowhere, we'll be sure to inform you. Thank you for watching Second Legacy. And we'll talk to you guys soon.